Let you all open all your three eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukhanam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshయం Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagavan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha or Adhomuha, unborn, beyond form, formlessness. Is Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation, not just creation getting created, even sustenance need to be created, destruction need to be created, and pulling out of delusion need to be created, liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, trobhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase, Ishana Murti as 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase, Agora Murti has 5 phase, Tatpurusha Murti has 5 phase. So, Tatpurusha Murti as is 5 phase, Agora Murti has is 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti has is 5 phase, Satyojata Murti has is 5 phase, Ishana Murti has is 5 phase. All these 5 Murtis, 5 phases put together is 25 faces of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagavan beautifully explained Paramashiva. Now, who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a supreme pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has made science of our manifestation, yoga, temple-based university for humanity, Sovereign Order of Kailasha, led by His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, and Nithyananda Order of monks, nuns, Hindu diasporas, are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nithyananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time-capsuling, decoding, spreading and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamala Pita Sarvanya Pita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Surya Vamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has survived the worst persecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagavan now explains who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All is ganas, Shiva ganas. Exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva gana. All the Shiva ganas formed the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. As Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. What I am teaching is from original Agamas Yogapada. The science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva, when you choose your Guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity which is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. Diksha, or the initiation from His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Paramashiva, makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvars, and Siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time-tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas, or the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees, and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas, or the scientific studies which can be measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati for the power of materialization of. Now let's go to the powerful cognition from Swamiji's Satsang and Bhagavad Gita decoded. What does Krishna mean when he says that the enlightened person feels happiness and distress equally in himself and in others? First, he asks the enlightened person is beyond the opposite, the duality, beyond opposing emotion of happiness and distress. It is like that they say there are two trees in the forest. Now, if one tree falls, no other person is there. We can say that the tree on which the other tree has fallen feels the impact or the pain of the falling tree. Now, say the tree actually feels the entire forest as part of its own self. Can we say that if it will feel another tree falling on it? When everyone is part of your own self, where is the idea of other? When the idea of other disappears, then where is the pain? The idea of pain is relative. The enlightened person is just immersed in enjoying the existence. No separate identities or judgment about right or wrong, happiness or misery exist. A yogi in state of superconsciousness will just watch everything in existence without judging or labeling. He will be in the state of complete celebration of life. Existence is love, nothing else. Yet, the compassion of the yogi, the master, is such that he feels the experience that others undergo and he empties them with them. The master state of equanimity is not disturbed, yet he feels the pain and joy of others. Bhagavan beautifully says the yogi is in the state of superconsciousness, will just watch everything in existence without judging and labeling. Here, Bhagavan gives a very powerful cognition how we exist, the existential reality is, and how we have to start looking in. With that, let's go to the Shastra Pramana.
Section 3 of Vibhuti Spanda, Sutra 3.4 and 3.5. Yatha hi arto sputo drishta savadhane pichetasi bhuyah sputataro bhati swabaloddhyoga bhavitaha तथा यत्परमार्थेन येन यत्र यथा स्थितं तत्तथा बलमाक्रम्य न चिरात् सम्प्रवर्तते.
So beautiful here in the Shastra Pramana, Spanda Karika, section 3, Vibhuti Spanda, Sutra 3.4, 3.5. Indeed, just an object which is in spite of all attentiveness of the mind is perceived and seen indistinctly at first, then appears and manifests more distinctively and clearly when observed with the strength of its own visual power. Bhagavan beautifully says in the Bhagavad Gita how Krishna is seeing both distress and bliss, both in such a happy space. More and more he sees only the love in him and the radiating love in all of them around him. Such a wonderful space of Krishna, completely in Tyaga. He only radiates love and takes the responsibility to keep everybody in that space and make them feel he's wanted. That is because how he exists. That is why he's got the embodiment of love. Paramashiva, who has come down as our Guru, continuously is giving us such compassion. Bhagavan says, when I say I love you, the whole universe is loving you. Such a powerful shift he gives when he loves somebody, when you are integrated to your thoughts. Completely, he says, looking at everybody and everything, not getting disturbed from the distress or from the praise. Simply, you will be in unclutched space, getting attached to the worldly desire of pride or from the arrogance of incompletion or from depression. Everything is only deluding us. More and more we look in, the whole space shifts in us. Whoever lived, the Nayanamar who lived great life of only Paramashiva as their space, simply manifested the highest reality, living the enlightened life. Every Siddhas, Rishis, Munis, all of them knew the science, which is greater than the science which is in the outer world. How beautifully he narrates, Bhagavan says, Pusala Nayanar, just from his heart, building a temple in his heart, from the depth dimension, he was materializing the whole building, whole temple, just like that. It is quite possible when your depth is filled with love and compassion for Paramashiva. Simply you'll radiate and manifest as ultimate powers. Bhagavan always says extreme manifestation is extreme causing. Simply you will be causing your whole reality, the enlightened space, when you start manifesting the ultimate. Now here Bhagavan is giving us such powerful cognition to materialize today. Now let's go to the Apta Pramana. Apta Pramana, Pagarthunai Nayanar worked as a pujari in temple priest at Shiva temple. As per his daily priestly duties, he used to do abhishekam to the linga with a cool, fragrant water. Once a famine struck the region, and he, however, continued to fetch water and worship Shiva. His body became emaciated. Finally, he succumbed to the pang of hunger and fainted. The pot of water fell on the linga and broke. Shiva appeared the dream, in his dream, and said that he would have gold coins daily on the Pida as a daily wages so that the Nayanar can sustain himself till the end of the famine. Nayanar continued his service even after the famine till end of his life, and the problem of famine in that region has also got solved. Such a powerful space the Nayanar lived and simply radiated the power of. Here he is watering, and then he became very sick and he fell because of hunger and famine. And Shiva appears and tells him that he will get a gold coin every day. He gets the gold coin and every day buys whatever he wants for the temple, and the whole famine is also gone. Such a beautiful Apta Pramana, Atma Pramana of materializing gold. Bhagavan used to go to Himalayas and where he saw Naga Sadhu. Naga Sadhu are one who are naked and even in the cold they don't wear any clothes. He went to one of the sadhus, but he was very scared because people had told him they are very violent. But he saw himself alone. So he went near and sat. He saw him so joyful, calm, serene, and just wanted him with such a nice feeling. Wanted to see him in his such a nice feeling. He went to the Baba and told him he wanted to have bliss. But before that, he saw Baba was having ganja and smoking ganja. But before he did that, he put some coins inside, copper coins, and put the ganja and started smoking. And when he emptied, there was gold coin. First, I did not believe it. But he did the same thing. He went and sold the gold coin, bought more ganja and more gold copper coins and brought it. And then he did it nearly 10 times, again and again, producing gold. I stayed with him for like 2-3 days and he did the same thing. So he asked, Baba, I want bliss and Ananda. And he gave me the ganja to smoke. I said, no, I don't want smoke. I can't. Give me bliss of meditation. The Baba playfully, laughingly just smoked on my face, and 3 days I was in bliss, complete bliss. And I was talking only in Hindi, broken Hindi. He had no idea that I had come from South India. And whatever the copper coin becoming the gold is called the alchemy, lower metal into I have metal, and lust to love, the ultimate alchemy. Baba, how do you do the solidifying mercury with a pure energy? One more strange thing, he doesn't know that I was never introduced myself and from South India. But he gave me a word from Tamil. So he told me one word, Angam Palta Tangam Palkum. That means I understood after saying few days that lower energy base becoming the spiritual energy, then very well it will convert the base metal into gold, which makes the outer alchemy possible. If you have the mastered the inner alchemy, outer alchemy is nothing from lust to love is the ultimate alchemy. Alchemy means changing the base thing into higher things. If you're changing the lust to love, you know the ultimate alchemy. I asked him for changing the mercury into solidified mercury just by energy. Here you can see the Shakshi Pramanas, who are the initiated disciple devotees all over the world. Here we have Ma Sakalananda, photo of gold flakes and that materialized on the participant during the Zoom session last week. So beautiful. Manifesting gold flakes on other palms across great distance and on clean black surface. So here you can see on the hand there is like dots which has appeared. Now let's go to the instruction and Pratyaksha Pramana for manifesting the power of materialization, manifesting gold flakes on others' palm at a great distance.
We will now begin the Pratyaksha Pramana, the scientific studies measuring the effects of being in enlightenment state. Teleportation involves dismantling an object using an energy which is deeper than the mind, transporting it through the air and assembling it again. The most significant phenomena that happens during teleportation is not the size or material of the object or the distance to which it is teleported. It is this: the whole space vibrates in the same frequency in which the teleportation happens. If A is the teleporter, B is the teleported object, and C is the space where it happens, B and C need to vibrate in the same frequency as A. For example, when teleportation happens in your hand or in your presence, your very mind and body raise their frequency to receive it. The object being teleported itself does not matter much. It may be just a little vibhuti, sacred ash, or kumkum, vermilion, or it may be a diamond, or it may be sacred Rudraksha bead, or it may be a pebble. But in the vibration of the teleportation is something extraordinary. That is the benefit for humanity. Reference from Avatar Shastra, Chapter 10, Science of Miracles, page 214. On 6th of September 2011, 3 different studies were conducted. During a 4-hour session in which His Divine Holiness Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam materialized a variety of objects through this individual, including sacred ash and precious stones. The studies were: whole body baseline CT scan of the subject. Baseline whole body CT scans proved the absence of any hidden objects in the whole body and vicinity of the subject. After the energy transfer from His Divine Holiness Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam to the subject, a repeat scan clearly shows the sudden appearance of the radio-opaque foreign body in the oral cavity without any delay or repositioning. The recording of the spiral CT after materialization revealed the presence of materialized objects, both in section and 3D format. The Science of Miracles, Avatar Shastra. On 6th of September, year 2011, location Paddhati. In one afternoon session, less than 4 hours, His Divine Holiness Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam manifested a series of more than 108 exquisite handheld artifacts through his Divya Sariri energy channel, Manitya Mahayogananda. They included a wide range of sacred objects with varying molecular structures, from onyx and crystal to rose quartz, ruby, and jade, indicating a consummate command of the science of teleportation. Some items are raw stones, while others have been polished, and the most beautiful and wondrous of all are perfectly carved miniature murtis or religious statuary. All this sprang effortlessly from the divine visualization space of His Divine Holiness Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva.
Power, materialization. Power 3. Manifesting gold flecks on others' palms across great distances and or on clean black surface. Setting up. Before entering into the power manifestation process, please ensure to have the following with you. Number 1, a partner across a distance. Number 2, a camera with timestamp. Number 3, Jnana, optional. Number 4, a clean black surface, paper or cloth or stone. Now please take a few moments to guide your partner to set up his or her camera. Step number 1, download timestamp app. Step number 2, click on video. Step number 3, ensure that time is shown on screen. Step number 4, make sure the camera is facing you. Please take a few minutes to set it up. Guidelines. Number 1, guide and verify that your partner has set up a camera focused on their palms and on a clean black surface. If you are able to record on a two-way video platform, Zoom, please do so as well. Number 2, if you have Nithyananda, apply it between your brows. If you do not, go to the next step. Number 3, ask your partner to wash their hands and to dry them. If they have, ask them to bring a clean black surface. Number 4, have your partner wash off any sacred powder and makeup from their face. Number 5, ask your partner to turn on their video recording focused on their palms only. Number 6, each sit in a comfortable position. Partner can have their hands in prayer position or open, resting on their lap. Take a few long, slow breaths and connect to this space to receive with gratitude. Number 7, gently and continuously focus your awareness between the eyebrows. Number 8, now make a sincere request to Paramashiva to receive the materialized gold flecks on your partner's palms or on the clean black surface. Number 9, guide your partner to relax and to have zero expectation. Enjoy the space with Paramashiva and hold the idea of receiving with gratitude for this opportunity to manifest. Number 10, sit for 21 minutes unclutching, zero thought, during the continuous chanting of the Mahavakya. Number 11, when the Mahavakya ends, take a close look at your palms and bring your palms to the camera to record the manifestation. Number 12, check with your partner that gold flecks have materialized on their palms and or on the clean black surface. Celebrate with deep gratitude. Let us now listen to the spiritual instructions.
Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck, and back in a straight line, so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya where the manifestation happens. Usually, our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shakti Pada, oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here first we will see in Bhagavan's words what is Shakti Pada.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and our egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva, sitting means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hence, sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada, makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul. And let's listen to initiation.
You see, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you, before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminder. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes these external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful, avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just a nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Because the gap between two thoughts is too small. The neutral space between the two thoughts is too small. You think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shape form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. when you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought. Between every thought. That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and unclutched by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. We need to understand one more thing. This technique of being unclutched, it does miracles in your being. In the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just one jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious. Beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because her space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya, pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here, Bhagavan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness, through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection, so they start manifesting the powers, they start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea-based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed. like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving for all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password and it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nithyananda. Nithyananda. Maha Sadashivoham.
So Bhagavan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye, again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone, nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. Complete completion to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva. That everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is complete completion. Oneness with Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength, now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you will be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivam 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Verification process. Please ensure to thoroughly verify the following. Number 1. Verify that the time and date stamp appear on your video. Number 2. Verify that your video has a wide angle, horizontal view, and that your partner's palms, who is not physically before you, and the clean black surface are in clear full view. Number 3. Verify that you have not edited your video in any way and that the camera has not moved. Number 4, verify that your video recording is continuous, without stopping and restarting during the manifestation process. Number 5, verify that the gold flecks materialized on the palms of your partner, who is not physically before you, and on the clean black surface on their own. Now that the verification process is complete, the next instructions will show you how to upload and share your video. Thank you so much for your participation.
We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotyar Manifesting Power groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The link is tinyurl.com/powermanifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the power manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme causing, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva. The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us, and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity. Bhagavan says the quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer, that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra, thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the power manifestation course, and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padaka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnana Paddhati, Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nithyananda.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham